No woman is like any other. Human beings are so complex and diverse that each individual is like a work of art that cannot be replicated. But among the masses of anxiety-plagued and insecure people walk some rare women. These women hold their heads high, their backs straight, and their step is so full of vigor that others step aside to make way for them. That is what it means to be a high-value woman. The most concise definition of a high-value woman is one who is confident in her abilities, who is certain of her self-worth, and who remains unfazed by the opinions and criticisms of other people. To a woman with such strong self-esteem, most people are nothing but bystanders in her life. They pass their judgments and offer their unsolicited advice, but only she is the one who decides what she does in her own life. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to look at some of the traits and habits of a high-value woman that set her apart from others. But before we start, have you subscribed and pushed the notification bell icon yet? If not, then make sure you do to be notified of all the latest updates and info. And now, let's get to it. 1. She seeks no external validation. The surest habit of a strong, high-value woman is that she does not depend on any external validation to maintain her sense of self-worth. She does not rely on other people to approve of her lifestyle, agree with her choices, or relate to her experiences. A high-value woman does not care for the whims and wishes of society and swims against the current of the whole world should it become necessary. Such a woman derives her sense of self-esteem from her own achievements and innate qualities. She takes pride in who she is. She accepts herself as the imperfect yet capable person she is, so that others do not have to. This habit might also be one of the most disliked in a woman, because when a woman is confident enough to not need the people around her to accept her or provide validation, they have no power over her and may even resent her for it. 2. She has clear boundaries. What is one thing that separates a confident, high-standard woman from the average person? She has a clearly defined set of boundaries in her life. Whether it be work, personal life, relationships, or family, a high-value woman has a concrete sense of what her boundaries are and when they are being violated. Personal boundaries can look like anything from not responding to work-related emails past office hours to spending at least 2 hours a day doing a leisurely activity alone. Having a boundary may not be enough. People will not know what you are and are not comfortable with unless you communicate it to them. And even then, there are cases where your personal boundaries will be intruded upon. When someone keeps insisting on something you are not okay with, it takes self-confidence and comfort in your own skin to stand your ground and not give more than you can. That is where a high-value woman excels. She has the ability to comfortably and unequivocally say no. 3. She is complete on her own. There are many good reasons to get into a relationship with someone, but doing so because you think you would be lonely on your own or think you may not find anybody else is probably not one of them. The idea that a person, especially a woman, needs a partner to make her whole is nothing but patriarchal nonsense to a self-sufficient woman. She knows that she does not need anybody else to complete her or add a sense of worth to her life. A high-value woman is perfectly happy being on her own. She understands that loneliness is a natural part of life, but she does not allow it to make her desperate or rush to settle for something less than what she deserves. A woman who is comfortable in her own skin is never afraid of being alone. Even in solitude, she is at peace with her own thoughts and does not need constant company to be satisfied. 4. She takes care of herself. Every independent-minded woman knows that there is nothing more important than looking after herself in every way, even if it means inconveniencing the people around her. This is a habit that requires the most consistency, but a high-value woman is aware of how much significance it holds. As the saying goes, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Therefore, a woman who knows her worth always prioritizes taking care of herself. She looks after her mental, physical, and spiritual health. Self-care can have many different forms, such as personal hygiene, exercise, proper diet, getting enough sleep, etc. But self-care also looks like meditating, taking time off work to focus on your health, and most importantly, always putting yourself and your mental health first. The surest sign of a woman who takes proper care of herself well is the way she carries herself. The way she dresses, the way she maintains her posture, and even the way she keeps herself in shape. All these habits in a woman project confidence and a high self-esteem. What are your thoughts on these qualities of a high-value woman so far? Please share your comments with us. 5. She is not afraid to express herself. Whether other people like what she has to say or not, it does not matter, because a truly confident woman believes that it is her right to express her thoughts and opinions freely. Even though it may come across as loud, rude, or irritating to certain people, especially when they encounter such a self-sufficient woman, she does not let it affect her freedom of self-expression. Whether it's a workplace meeting, a family dinner, or a friend saying things she cannot stand for, a high-value woman does not shy away from letting others know how she feels. By keeping her feelings to herself, she does no one a favor. She feels at ease sharing her ideas, feelings, and opinions with people, even if she is aware that not everyone will agree with her on some matters. She is not scared to ask for what she wants, as she is aware that her needs are just as essential as those of others. She also doesn't hesitate to refuse something. A high-value lady expresses herself artistically and uses many forms of expression to promote her distinct perspective, including dance, poetry, and painting. When she does so, it comes from a place of reality, credibility, and openness. 6. She is a CONTINUUM fan. Women of high value always try to get better. She is enthusiastic about leading a happy life and thinks she is a balanced individual. She wants mental, emotional, and psychological equilibrium and is not averse to enlisting the aid of experts. She is committed to learning through the arts, travel, music, and reading. To be open-minded and modest, she works hard to increase her knowledge every day. A high-value woman never depends on her accomplishments, which is one of her endearing traits. She thus makes steady progress in many areas of her life. She is committed to learning, which makes it simpler for her to influence other important individuals. She is devoted to living from her heart and believes in leading a balanced existence. She strives for academic, emotional, and mental stability and isn't hesitant to get help from a specialist to reach her healthiest state. She reads books, keeps up with current affairs, watches movies, listens to music, travels, immerses herself in the arts, and studies. She strives to learn something new every day and attempts to increase her knowledge, because she is aware that everyone should keep learning if they want to be open and modest. 7. Her maturity gives her stability. Women of value are conscious of the consequences of their words and deeds. She is able to convey her ideas clearly and comprehend the significance of tone. She has emotional intelligence, thus she doesn't base her decisions on her emotions or thoughts. She does not demand or expect others to change. She simply accepts them as they are. Women of high value don't need to socialize or participate in games that are unnecessary. Her attention is not worth pretending to be too busy or dragging a man around for amusement. She doesn't act contrary to her convictions. She is aware of her uniqueness and does not feel the need to demonstrate it to others. She is emotionally stable, but that doesn't imply she never cries or gets furious. Dealing with them openly is really another indication of high-value women, because they are a normal part of daily life. 8. She accepts her flaws. High-value women are aware that being vulnerable does not equate to being weak or in need. She defines emotional courage as affection. She embraces her loved ones with their shortcomings and encourages them to be open and honest with her. She doesn't mind being at fault herself too sometimes. She does, however, value closeness, connection, and trust. A lady with high standards is aware of how to acknowledge and make up for faults. She doesn't put up a front to avoid them. Instead, she lets others know that she is working on some flaws. Such ladies have a strong conviction that everything can be mended. Do you know a woman like this? Or maybe you are one yourself. Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. 9. She is a true feminist. Being a real feminist is one of the characteristics of a high-value woman. She is unlike an individual who makes a false impression of who they are. A worthy lady encourages other women to become independent by posing as a worthy woman herself. She imparts to other women the importance of not acting in a way that devalues them. 10. Her romantic relationship is healthy. It is important to keep in mind that high-value women always have a happy, passionate connection, while considering how to be a good partner too. They hold their spouses in such high regard and give them every reason to believe they are the world's luckiest spouses. Do not use the fact that you have done more than your partner as an excuse to be nasty. They provide every chance for their partners to participate equally in their relationships. They look out for their spouses and assist them by helping them accomplish their goals. There is, of course, a significant exception: to anticipate receiving the same kind of treatment in return. Because of this, high-value women are indifferent to toxic relationships. 11. She takes responsibility for her actions. They also understand how their actions, words, and attitudes affect other people. She not only understands what you are saying and how you are saying it, but she also interacts with others sensitively and tactfully. She respects others' feelings and views without passing judgment, since she possesses emotional intelligence. As a result, she can help others in a similar way. She feels like a different person when she feels the need to accept who she is, without expecting or wanting to connect with, comprehend, or change others. You now know how to spot a high-value woman when you see one, thanks to all these behaviors. A high-value lady is a go-getter who won't give up and won't stop until everyone in her immediate vicinity succeeds. This revolved around a great woman. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the bell icon to receive notifications whenever we post new content. And if you find these behaviors to be particularly interesting, consider telling your friends and family. With that said, we'll see you in the next one.